What's up? This is Mason with the Devil Wears Prada. We are at the Electric Ballroom in London. Last day of tour. Just doing a quick string change on my D-Roc. This is my first D-Roc I got. The D-Roc standard 4-string. With how the bridge works, you can just load it in there and tune it up pretty quick. So I go as low as G sharp on my low string. And even on the 4-string, it handles it really well because this scale length is a bit longer than a regular bass. So it works perfectly. It's awesome. We haven't been in Europe in over 3 years since pre-pandemic. So just being back, seeing different things, all the architecture, it's really a lot of fun. We love Europe. Shows have been awesome too. A lot of sold out shows, great crowds. I think the bass's role in modern metal is very often to blend in with the guitar so it sounds just like one huge instrument, which I feel like the Dingwall is great at that. It sits in a mix really well, but also the way the pickups are, I typically use all three at the same time. So you got a lot of low end, but it still cuts through in the higher end. A lot of the newer stuff, honestly, is a bit challenging to play. Like Watchtower in particular is pretty quick, but it's always fun having that kind of challenge. I enjoy it. One of my favorites is still Sacrifice. That was one of the singles that's been out for a minute now, but we're playing that one live. That one's always a challenge. The crowd usually goes wild for that one. Giuseppe, our drummer, and I have really gelled over the years, and I hear it a lot in the new record. So that's always really cool. I guess my technique involves a lot of down picking, and I pick kind of hard. So not fatiguing yourself, you know, through a whole set is a bit of a challenge as well. Warming up, I guess, is a good thing to do. I draw influence from a lot of non-metal bass players. Off the top of my head lately, Pino Palladino. I just love all of his stuff, from D'Angelo back in the day to the new Blake Mills stuff I really enjoy. But yeah, I grew up listening to like funk, R&B, hard rock, a little bit of everything. So I draw a lot of influence from all over. So I've recently started using a newer pedal from Dark Glass called the Atom, which is Nolly Get Good's signature pedal. That's kind of like the brain of my rig these days. It does pretty much everything. I have a more streamlined rig over here in Europe too, just limited on how much gear we can bring. So my only thing on my pedal board besides a tuner is the Atom. It does it all. It's awesome. This is it. This is my whole rig for the stage. It's a little pedal train nano, power's mounted on the bottom, the One Spot Pro. I got a tuner going into the Atom, and that's it. It has the XLR out for my distorted tone, and then you can actually send out your clean tone out of one of the balanced outputs. You can route that all through the app. For setup alone and travel, especially to Europe over this, you know, out of the States, this is super easy, lightweight. You don't have to worry about tubes and other things, you know. And like I said, through the app, you can make all your presets and just beam them in. It takes like 2 minutes. So it's awesome. Very cool. Love the Atom. This one I got right before we recorded our Zombie EP, which was right in the pandemic. So I've had this for a couple years now. As you can see, there's a little bit of wear coming in, going through the finish down here, but it's held up great, really reliable. It's so fun to play. I love it.